We are here in California Olive Ranch, the biggest producer of olive oil in the country. We're going to find out how they are mainstreaming the production of olive oil to make it more consistent and widely available for everyday use. So how does California olive farming differ from Italy, Spain?
Spain produces roughly half the world's olive oil. Most of Spain, Italy, those kind of markets are still actually either hand harvested or shaken onto the ground and harvested that way. We're all about catching the fruit before it hits the dirt, processing it as fast as we can get it to the mill, and also harvesting it at the right time.
How do you know when they're ready to be harvested?
Around September, we start a fruit sampling program, and we will send a team out weekly into the fields, and they'll pull samples from different blocks, and they'll start tracking the maturity. So we track the maturity by two things. One is color, and also the second is wet fat. So we will test an olive and test how much fat is actually in the olive. So if you were to grab an olive today and squeeze it, you can see the juice in it and some of the oil that comes out.
Oh my gosh.
So you'll see some with different colors. The green will be a little bit harder and not have quite as much oil. As maturity comes, the olive will turn purple.
I've never had an olive that's not been brined.
So try it.
And I love olives, mainly for their salty, briny factor. I gotta do it. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, it's
I warned
so
you.
bitter. So this is a harvester.
It's designed to pick olives.
This is unbelievable. This is like, I couldn't have pictured what this would entail. So where are these olives headed?
So this is actually on its way to the mill right now.
What are we going to be doing here at the mill?
We're actually going to follow the entire process from fruit receipt all the way through extraction. This machine here can run anywhere between 60 to 100 tons of material every hour. We're hand sorting any material that's got a greater bulk density than the olive that could have possibly made it through. So the fruit that we just watched go up the conveyor is coming into this hopper. This is the mill. So right here, we're feeding the fruit in, and that's breaking up the entire olive pit, everything.
Whoa, it just hits you in the face.
Yes.
Olive oil.
This is mechanical agitation. When this process is working very, very well, that's where you're gonna start to see the oil separation. So if you put your hand on here, you can feel we're operating at very, very, very low temperatures.
So you're cold pressing.
This is cold pressing.
What are some of the other methods of extraction?
So you have chemical extraction, which you typically don't see in most. Don't want to do that. You can't make extra virgin olive oil. Other types, you would actually, these jackets would be as hot as 100, 120 degrees Celsius. So from here, we're gonna go down and we'll take a look at the decanter. As you can see, here's where the first extraction point of the oil is. If you notice, it looks a little bit different than what you get in your bottle.
Yes.
Much more cloudy, it's not as clean. Right here, all we're trying to do is get the oil, and we want a little bit of the water so that we know we're extracting as much oil as we can.
What do you do with all the pumice?
So right now, all of our pumice, it gets taken to a feed company, it's solar dried, and it gets blended in as a cattle feed supplement. So these are the high-speed separators, and what these guys are doing is they're separating suspended solids and some of the moisture. Essentially what we're doing is we're spinning these at twice the speed as the decanter, and as you can see, the oil here is much more clear than the oil that we had there. This oil in particular is an Arbequina. First thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the cup, and we wanna bring the oil to temperature.
It smells green, if that makes sense.
No, that is actually a descriptor.
Oh.
Yeah, see, so you're already a pro. Yep. And then go ahead and aspirate that. Those polyphenols not only help with a lot of the health attributes of olive oil, but it also helps with storage. So the higher the polyphenol count, the more shelf stable that oil will actually be throughout the life.
Oh my God. This is the largest tank I have ever seen.
This is actually the largest bulk storage facility for olive oil in the world.
Like I really had no idea how huge of a process it really is.
Yes.
Extracting oil from olives. I was picturing a little crushing, a little straining, you know, into bottles, done.
No, so in here we've got 2 bottling lines.
Can we talk a little bit about olive oil grading?
Absolutely.
You're making extra virgin cold pressed olive oil here. What's the difference between that and a bottle that you see that just says olive oil?
You've got three different types of oil. Extra virgin being the premium quality olive oil. Then you've got virgin, which is the next lowest grade. Then you've got Lamplante or crude. And you've also got anything that's just labeled as olive oil. If you see that on a restaurant menu or on a bottle, you really don't have security of what is in that bottle.
That is, wow. That is a valuable piece of information.
Absolutely.
So this is something that we should talk about. Most people, I think that olive oil is this indefinite, sitting on a shelf situation, but it's actually highly perishable.
Absolutely.
So you should be looking for
absolutely.
an expiration date, a harvest date. That's a good sign of freshness.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is one of the key portions of ensuring that you're getting what you're paying for.
Right.
Anybody can slap a pretty front label on a bottle,
Yep.
But luckily in California, all of us are under the same regulations to ensure that we're being transparent to our customers.
Is there a reason for the green bottle?
Absolutely. So the darker the bottle, typically the better UV resistance it's going to have.
So you don't want to take your olive oil that you purchased and pour it into a cute little clear carafe.
Absolutely not.
Sitting on your counter.
Absolutely.
It's in that bottle for a reason.
Absolutely.
Keep it in that bottle.
Yes. Keep it away from light in a pantry cupboard, kitchen cupboard. You can keep it, I know temperatures fluctuate in homes, but somewhere around that 70-degree mark, and keep it out of direct light. Don't keep it next to the stove, and as good looking as this bottle is, don't put it in the windowsill.
I have to find another spot for my olive oil. It's been a great day. Thank you so much for having me and taking me through your facility. I learned a tremendous amount. It's been great.